Welcome to Blown Bridges, the podcast where U.S. Army engineers tell the real stories, the grit, the laughs, and the legacy behind the Red Castle. I'm your host, Luis Martinez, former command engineer with 11 years in the fight. Here, we crack a cold one, bridge the gaps, and talk about what it really means to wear that castle, from road clearance missions to lessons that stay long after the uniform is off. So pull up a chair and remember, sappers lead the way. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Blown Bridges, the show where we keep it real, talk about leadership, life, and the bridges we cross or burn along the way. Today, I've got a special guest, a mentor, a former first sergeant, and someone who shaped a lot of soldiers' lives, including mine. Hey, good morning, Top. Welcome to the show, and can you please just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Morning, brother. Yes, as far as my name's Eduardo Ruiz Mendoza. A little bit about myself. I was born in Guadalajara, Mexico, and then raised in San Fernando Valley, California. Joined the army straight out of high school. Um, I have I've been married for 31 years. Have 3 kids and 3 grandkids, and I served
Nice.
for 23 years as well. I first started as a 12 Fox, which is a combat engineer crewman, and then they turned us into 12 Bravos.
Oh, really? Didn't know that. Didn't
Yeah,
even
a
know
12
that
Fox
MOS
is what I
existed.
was. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay. All
yeah.
right. So let's start with the beginning. You already kind of explained how you got to be an engineer. Um, so what was exactly what the Foxes used to do?
So the 12 Foxes, we were in charge of the bridges, the aces, the CEV. CEV was the tank that it was combat engineer vehicle, which we used to breach the tank ditches
Oh, okay.
during the battlefield. So we used that to breach the tank ditches, and we also had sort of like a mini main gun, right? But it was a high explosive ammunition that we used to use, but that was to breach the minefields.
Okay.
So we
So
would fire into the minefield and blow it up, like if it was the what you call it.
like the Miklik?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
But this was we were able to drive, shoot, move back, right? So
Nice.
that's what the
That's
CEV was, and I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you guys know the bridges, the ABLBs, is to
yeah, yeah,
bridge the
absolutely.
gaps. Yeah, and
Yeah.
obviously the ACES, the freaking pain in the ass vehicles to build the fighting positions, and so we mainly focus on that. And we were always the A&O platoon.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. So it was kind of like a 12 Charlie. Or was it a like, did you
No,
know now we have the Charlies?
12 Charlie is totally different. 12 Charlie is more of a like reaching the rivers and waters and shit like that, building
Oh,
the
so you were
bridges like
more
that.
focused on land.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes. Us
interesting.
was more on the land, and the battlefield. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's very interesting. I wish
Yeah.
they had that MOS still. I guess they was that was passed down to the
They
Charlies.
combined us. They combined us 12 Foxes and 12 Bravos. So there was no more 12
Mm.
Foxes. So we became 12 Bravos, but still doing the same thing.
Oh, nice, nice.
So we had to learn the 12 Bravo stuff.
How was it
All
for you?
that P
Was it hard?
for plenty, that stuff shit, all
Yeah,
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We had to learn that.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, that's fun. Every time anyone uses the P for plenty, I like
Hmm.
no, you don't know, you don't want to use that. But
Yeah.
yeah, well, that's awesome. I didn't know any of those facts. I mean, I guess the army, all their transitions. You know how we have the cooks in the army, but then we have civilians cooking our food.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh, very interesting. All right. And just to continue, what made you join the army? I mean, you mentioned you were born in Mexico. Was that something that you always wanted to do, or
Since I was a kid, there was two things I always had in mind: was to be a soldier and to be a cop. Those are
okay?
two of my goals that growing up that I always wanted to be. And being a soldier was, I think, the biggest also encouragement was me and my wife. We became parents so young. We became parents in our senior year, so it's like
Oh,
I gotta figure, I gotta do my job, be a man and
right,
take care of
right.
my family. And so I joined the army. But at the same time, it was something I always wanted to do anyways,
Yeah, yeah.
And
I'm not
so
gonna lie to you. When I'm from Mexico City, so when I turned 15, when I finished what's the equivalent to middle school here, or no, high school. Wait,
middle school,
15,
brother.
middle school. I actually wanted to join the army in Mexico. I went through, so they have four phases over there. You start with the medical, then you go into the physical, like a PT test, and then
Mhm.
you go into a cultural exam, like history and all this other bullshit. And then the last phase is the psychological portion. Um, so my parents brought me to the States about a month before my exam, and I didn't go back. So, I
Oh,
cannot
crap.
relate to you when it comes down to always wanting to be a soldier. A lot of people say that, oh, no, that's bullshit, bro. I like, no, that's not what you wanted to do. I like, yeah, like, that's
It
exactly what I
is.
wanted.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Do you, before joining the army, you mentioned that you joined to, support your family, but is there any other history, any other family members that were in the military before you?
No, I'm the only one that I can think of. I even asked my parents, but yeah, there's no one in our family, our whole family, that never joined the service. Uh, there's only family members, but on my wife's side of the family,
Okay.
there is a tradition on that side of the family. But as far as mine, no, I'm the only one. I'm the only one
Okay.
that I'm probably the only one too that left the coop. As Mexicans, we never leave.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We just stay there. Yeah. But I'm still the only one that is no longer that is not around the siblings or mom. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't leave my house until I was 24 when I got married. Uh,
Yeah.
and you, like you mentioned, us Mexicans, like we stay with our parents even after marriage. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not that I didn't. It was like a sort of like a goal. I want to be different. It's like I don't want to be. I didn't want to be like not dependent, but like having a family always there, always there. I wanted to go out on my own. I wanted
Yeah,
to test. I wanted to test myself.
right.
Can I fucking do it? You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, like test yourself and see exactly.
Yes.
I guess the way I see it, it would be like putting my dad's words into practice. Like, oh, you say it's hard. Let me try it. Let me see how that
Mhm.
works.
Yes. No. Yes. Yes. And you know what? And you know how our culture is. The moms, they get so attached to us that no, you're not gonna do that. No, you're not gonna. Brother, I didn't even tell my parents. I went to the recruiters, signed up, boom, boom, came home. Mom, I'm leaving in November. What? I'm leaving in November. I'm joining the army. I'm leaving in November. I
Wow.
graduated June, right? And then that November, boop, because
Wow.
I knew that my mom was gonna try and talk me out of it.
Right. I
So
did
that's
tell
why I just went on my own.
I did tell my parents, and my mom said no. My dad was like, "Well, that's what you want. I'm not gonna stop you."
That's how my dad. it's until the end. He was always, no, let him be. That's what he wants to do. Let him do it.
How
Yeah,
different they are, right? Like mom always tries to protect us, and then dad is
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Just let them. Like
yeah,
what's the worst
yeah.
that can happen? Come back."
Yes, yes. Even
Damn,
throughout
that's
my career, my whole career, right? Every time I would call her, so when you gonna get out? I thought you said 4 years. So when are you gonna get out? When you coming home? Throughout all my
right.
career. Yeah,
Yeah,
even
I identify
yes.
with you. I mean, my parents were the same. Like, my mother, like, yeah, just come back. Like, you already
Yeah,
experienced it. You
yeah,
already did what you wanted to do. And I'm like, no, like, there's a lot more I can do.
yeah.
And my dad, on the other hand, was like, okay, like, go
Let it
on.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man. But anyway, let's keep moving. I mean, it's all family. That's what I have seen with Hispanics in the military. We have our families, even though they don't support 100% what we do, they let us experience that rather than uh, I don't know, maybe Asians, like they kind of like get what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if you do this, you're not gonna be part of the family anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I guess,
Yeah,
like
they're
it's
very
the
traditional. They don't,
traditional. There you go.
they're very traditional to where they follow what the parents say. They never go against the parents. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. All right. For some, or Top, I'm gonna call you Top. Just
Yeah.
moving on. You mentioned moving from one MOS to another MOS within the same series. Um, Can you give us a, like, did you ever deploy as a 12 Fox
As a
or
12 Fox, well, when you say deployments, right? When you say deployments, you guys, what we're talking about, like the war, Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff like that. So what we didn't, I wouldn't call it deployment. It was a support, I guess. As a 12 Fox, I went and supported. We actually went to the state of Idaho to fight fires during a
okay,
very, very bad fires. As a 12 Fox, we went out there and we supported that. As a 12 Fox, I also went to Kosovo. I deployed to Kosovo. I don't know if you guys remember, if you remember the conflict between, it was all religions. One believed in one thing, another believed in nothing, and it was like
yeah,
war over there in Kosovo.
I vaguely remember it, but I do know a lot of uh people that deployed to Kosovo. I don't know if you remember Patsy. He was one of them. Like, he always talked about Kosovo, and uh I
Oh,
think
what's the
there's a
name?
few. Jose Patsy.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, the only things that I remember is from the news.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then, like, a lot of NCOs, by the time I came in, they were like E7s, E8s, E9s. Like, they used to tell us
yeah,
stories about Kosovo and Desert Storm for the ones that were
yeah.
retiring at the time. But
So
yeah,
on that one in Kosovo, I don't know if you ever remember Bond Steel, that fob, right?
no,
We created, as 12 Foxes, we created the barrier, the berm all around protecting Bond Steel. As
okay.
12 Foxes, we built that. We built all
Oh,
that.
nice.
We built all we helped build the towers and all that stuff
Oh,
in Bond
crazy.
Steel. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you were still doing the same as a 12 Bravo,
As a
right?
12 Fox. I was a 12 Fox. Yeah, I was doing that shit. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man, that's crazy.
yeah.
Do you have a most memorable either mission or training exercise, either as a 12 Bravo or as a 12 Fox? Like, something that just blew your mind, and you still remember until this day.
But it was well, there's several. One that I remembered, um as I don't remember if I was a platoon sergeant or a first sergeant, but it was during a demo range, right? Uh, I as a leader, I used to hate it. It used to get me fucking mad of soldiers that used to milk the profile.
Yep.
You know, they take advantage, milk it, and this and that. So during the fucking demo range, right? I had several that had no running profiles, is what they say. Okay. So when we set up the charge, right? I cut the time delay fuse. Fuck, I don't know how many seconds it was. I just cut that motherfucker, put it in, popped it. I said, let's see how your profile works. Woo, we took off. We took off. Them motherfuckers forgot about the profile. I was
Right.
like, I thought so. Yeah. And that, it was so fucking funny. Like to see them motherfuckers run. That was fun. That was fun for me.
What these people do afterward? Like, you
Nothing.
kind of like,
They stay quiet. I was like, motherfuckers, I thought you guys had a profile. I thought you couldn't fucking run. Yeah. They still quiet. They still
yeah,
quiet. Yes. Yes. And
yeah,
as a leader, you can't go against it because
right,
you're going against a PA or a doctor, right? You can't
yeah,
do that.
yeah. I'm not
So
gonna lie to you. I had a permanent not running profile, but but I was still running my 2 miles during the PT test. It was one of those things like, uh, I walked the PT test maybe 3 times, and then I like fucked it. Like, nope, this is way too fucking much. I like, I'd rather
yeah,
fucking run. I got 18 minutes to do it. I can do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
walking for like 40 minutes, I think what that was my time limit. I like, no, I can't fucking do this. So I don't know
Shit.
how a lot of people just, like you said,
Man,
they milk the fucking
it
profile.
milked the system. Yes. I hated that shit. Uh to tell the truth, I should have gotten profiles myself, but I never did. It was one of those things that in my mind, I don't know. I don't know if it's the tough guy mentality, but it's like, fuck that. I'm never gonna get a profile. Fuck that. I'm always gonna be in the front. I always had that mindset.
Yeah,
But I should have taken care of myself. But
absolutely. No, now I regret not taking care of myself when I
me
had the
too.
chance.
Me too, brother. Me too.
Damn. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Some of those guys, they are comfortable with not doing anything and getting a paycheck.
Yeah. Yes.
I always thought that um, Hispanics, Asians, and maybe one or two uh, people with that are whites and blacks, we don't have that same uh, work ethic. Like, we
Yeah.
push ourselves to the end. Unfortunately, we don't take care of ourselves, and then later on when we try, it's already too late. Um,
Yeah.
but that being said, as a leader, uh, how did that make you upset that some people would take advantage of that profile?
No, because I tested. I pushed the boundaries. Like on formations, right? After the accountability formation, you can see the profiles leaving.
Hmm.
Fuck no. I hated that. I said, no, motherfucker, you're gonna stay here.
I remember.
Yes, you're gonna fucking stay here.
Yeah.
You're not gonna just leave. Fuck no. Yeah. So I tested the waters. No, you're not gonna do it. That was my thing. I would always, I guess, just test the waters. I've always been
Right.
that way. That I tested the waters. Motherfuckers with profiles with no shaving, I
Oh
always
yeah.
tested the waters, right? I always brought in the fucking medics and show me what the fuck, what did you do? What are the steps that you accomplished and then decided, no, he needs a shaving profile. Show me. And every fucking time, they never did it. They said, here, just a profile, go. So I
Yeah.
would always test the waters like, fuck, no, you shaving, right? I always did that. It was always like that. I was always like that. I never liked that, you know?
I remember. So I wasn't on profile when when we were in New Mexico, and later on, once I became an NCO, a sergeant, uh, all those words that you ever said to everyone in the company, like, no, you if you have a profile, fucking push yourself. Like this, just I don't know. You didn't use these exact words, but in my head, this is how I process it. Like it's just pain, you'll be fine. Like you're not fucking dying. At the end of the day, this is your fucking job, right? So once I became an NCO, that hit me was like because I was on profile and I wanted my guys to you know work because they milk that shit. Like, oh no, I cannot carry more than 7 pounds, or I can do
Yeah.
this. I can. Like, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing there?
Yeah.
So, like you mentioned, I would try to push it a little bit, but then you have other NCOs like, oh no, dude, he's in profile. You know how? I don't know if you remember. I'm gonna say back in the day, you guys or NCOs, no specifically you, but NCOs would like they didn't care too much about the soldiers, it's just getting the job done. And then after I think like 2014, it was like a complete switch. Like we don't care about the job, we care about the soldiers. So it was like it was completely different. I couldn't transition. I mean, it was hard for me to transition from getting the job done and taking care of soldiers. I tried to balance it, but it was hard because I was raised, you know, the old ways.
Yeah, you were raised to shut the fuck up and get the job done.
Yeah. So how do you? Because I'm pretty sure before you joined, they had different ways. How did you transition into that? Like being even harder on you, and then you had to balance it once you got to a leadership position, like I don't know, sergeant first class or or even when you were a first sergeant.
Like I'll give you an example. All right, when I was a drill, right, when I was a drill, the that was the beginning of like, hey, we can't smoke them no more. Hey, we can't do a shark attack no more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, so what I did is like, no, fuck no. Yes, we can. So as I grew up, it's like I got to be smarter. Yes, we got people that are baby motherfuckers, right? That outrank me and all that shit, right? So all I did is to just be aware of my surroundings. I always was aware of who was around me,
Mm-hmm.
when I can do it, when I can't do it. I never stopped. I never stopped smoking the shit out of them. I never stopped fucking laying on them. But I think what also helped me is I never got investigated for abuse or whatever, right? It is because I treated motherfuckers like men. I got on your ass, bah, 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 give it a couple of hours or whatever. I will come back, bring you in. Hey, motherfucker, you know what you did? A, B, and C. Explain it,
Right.
right? And that I think it helped the soldier understand and realize, fuck, I fucked up. Got it, right? And it stopped them from doing it again. But I would take, brother, I think I spent so much time on soldiers that now that I'm retired and everything, I'm realizing like, fuck, how much time I took away from my family, how much time I took away from my kids, right? Because I told myself, I'm not going to be a shitbag fucking leader. I'm
Right.
not going to be a shitbag leader. I'm going to be there, you know? And I think I took so much time by doing that, what I just told you. Hey, come on, motherfucker. Hey, after formation, get your ass in my office. Let me talk to you. And then I would say it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Because in the army, you don't have time to explain shit. Just shut the
Absolutely
fuck up
not.
and do it.
Yep.
But then I will find time, make time, which is obviously my personal time. Hey, motherfucker, come here. Let me
Right.
explain it and explain it. But I think that's how they learn more than just me being an asshole and you're right, going after them motherfuckers. And then I grew up. I said, I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be just an asshole. I'm going to teach you I'm gonna lay on your ass. I'm gonna fucking get on your ass, but I'm gonna fucking teach you. After that is on you.
Right.
So
And now
that's how
be
I transitioned. That's how I kept on being the same way all the way till
yeah.
I fucking retired. If I was still in, brother, I think I would have been kicked out. I would have been
Yeah.
fucking kicked out because of how they are right now.
Oh yeah,
Our senior
absolutely.
leaders, our senior leaders, they fucking suck ass. Just like you said, they transition,
Yeah. I remember when I went to
right?
OSUT.
But now it's like I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I went to OSUT, no phones. It was one 5 minute call
Mhm.
every 2 months.
Yeah,
When my brother joined, he was calling every fucking weekend during basic training. It wasn't even AIT, and I like, dude, what the fuck? Like, why do you have your phone? And like,
yeah,
oh, because it's Sunday. I like, who cares? You're supposed to be fucking in church or cleaning the barracks.
yeah.
Like, what the hell? They're
You know,
like, oh, no.
a lot of people that don't know, right? They all say, "Wow, it's gonna help them stay motivated if they hear their mom or their dad or whatever." But what they didn't realize is that most of the time it was a fucking um, what is it called?
It's a
Uh,
distraction.
yes, a distraction, but like a Jody.
Okay.
You know, they would get bad news and then it would fuck it all up.
Yep.
That was
Absolutely.
the reason why we weren't allowed, so we can focus on what we were doing.
Yeah,
Right?
that makes a
All
lot
those
of sense.
distractions does affect you. It does
Mm-hmm.
fuck you up. You
Yeah.
hear that your girlfriend's fucking with another guy? Oh, you're screwed. That's
Yeah.
it. I want to quit. I want to get out of the army, and you haven't even fucking started.
Yep.
But people don't understand that.
No, absolutely. I mean, yes, transition is good, but I think doing it in phases, not just from one day to the other. I mean, I had a couple soldiers like talk to me like, "Hey, Sarah Martinez," like talking to me like I was their friend. Like, dude,
Your
like,
friend.
did you go to basic training?
Yeah,
And they're like, yeah, why? Like, did they teach you how to fucking talk to an NCO? And
yeah.
I'm like, oh, what do you mean? I'm saying sergeant. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't talk to an NCO just like that. Like, fucking go to
We're
Prairie
buddies.
Reds.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
we go to Prairie Reds. That's how you show respect. Like, it was one of those things like, and I call a couple of my buddies like, hey, bro, what the fuck are you teaching these new soldiers?
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, we can fucking do shit about it. That's how they want it. Like, damn,
Brother,
bro.
I did that. I did that in my war room. I would walk in, write down their names and what they did. And once we got back in the war room, motherfucker, you owe me, you owe me, you owe me, you owe me, and smoke the shit out of them. But
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You got to figure out, you got to know your surroundings. You got to know your people around you.
right.
Like they say, you got to read the room. You got to read it, you know?
Did you ever had any other drill sergeants that were pushing you back, like, hey, Ruiz, don't do this? Like, no, bro, we're not supposed to do that. Like, did anyone within the
No,
drill sergeants ever approach you with,
no, because I think they were just like, I think they were learning on how to do it on your own, how to do it the right way from seeing me, how I did it. Because my first year, I was a cherry. I did everything and everything. My first cycle. After that, it was like I was running. I was running it, but I was doing everything my way. You
right?
know, it was right. I never not belittling the motherfuckers or anything like that. Right? It's
hmm
just treating them like men.
Right,
That's all I
right.
did. Yeah. So I never got investigated or anything.
That's good. No, no, right before I left, like, it was not investigations per se, but it was like sergeant majors or first sergeant, like, hey, come here, let me talk to you. Like, don't do this. Like, times have changed, and like, they're not learning anything. Like, they're just being like, might as well just stay outside in the civilian world. Like, like they talk to us like we're buddies. Like, we know each other from years. You
Yep.
tell them to go do something. I'm like, why me? Like, dude, because I fucking said so. You know, because you're getting
Yes.
fucking paid. That's why.
Yes. It's our
And
seniors. I blame our seniors that changed that. Our seniors, our senior leaders,
yeah,
all the way from sergeant majors all the way down. I blame all of them for changing that mentality. Look at how our army is right now.
no,
They fucking
absolutely.
suck.
I
They
mean,
fucking suck.
I had this one guy. He would have mental breakdowns, and he needed to go see the therapist or psychologist or whatever, like every other day. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, no, no. I mean, I know shit happens, but you know, I have to fucking move people around so I can cover whatever you're
To
lacking.
accommodate that motherfucker. Yeah.
Like, no, dude. And then one day I caught him at the PX because it was like 1:30 or so, and that day I didn't go to lunch because I was trying to fucking do other shit. And I said, this motherfucker just shopping around. I'm like, dude, isn't your fucking appointment at 1? They're like, oh, well, I was done earlier. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? So
Yeah.
after that, I called the fucking the dog. Like, what's going on? Like, oh no, we only have meetings once a month. I'm like, oh no fucking way. After that, I like, dude, you fucking lied to me. From now on,
Yep.
every time you have an appointment, you're gonna have a fucking babysitter
Yes.
because that.
Yes, I hated that. I hate that shit. God, it used to get me so fucking frustrated. You know?
I
Ah,
mean, I started understanding once I started going up in the rank, like,
in the
you
ranks.
know, when I was a fucking specialist and he like, dude, go do this. Like, oh no, I have an appointment. Like, no, go do it. I like, okay. And it would piss me off as a soldier. But then
Yeah.
once I was on the other
On
side,
the other side.
I like shit, dude. Like, fuck, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I have a meeting, but I have to get this shit done.
Hmm.
Like, I'm gonna have to eat either one. I'm like, well, I'd rather go to the meeting. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it's
here goes your long days.
yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now talking about long days. You mentioned you were there for your soldiers, right? You took away time from your family.
Yeah.
Did that affect you in the
It
family
has.
side?
It has. It has. It has. Even now, as my kids are older, right? It seems like, especially my oldest, right? It seems like there's like a distance, right? Because I don't know. I'm not a fucking specialist or an expert, but I believe it's because of the distance of me not being there, right? Me not being there, always at fucking work, if not at work, in the field, if not in the field, in the schools, and I was always gone, right? I was always, gone. And I think it was that separation that kind of myself and my oldest, we have that little space, you know. In
Yeah,
comparison to my other two, we're a lot more closer than with me and my oldest.
that makes
You
sense.
know, and I think so. I think me always being gone, training, schools, deployment, whatever, right? It's like it took me away from my kid, And
Yeah,
now that I'm a grandpa, when I get to see my grandkids, it's like it's like I'm giving a second chance of being a dad. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
and I to make up for all that I lost from my kids, right? And as far as with my wife, and my wife, it's a hit or miss, right?
hmm
It kind of helped us that separation. It made us like, oh fuck, I miss her, or
right.
her, I miss him, And it kind of, in a way, it helped us build our relationship a lot stronger. Those periods of separation, right?
hmm
To where now we're going on 32 years of marriage,
Oh, no way.
right?
That's
I mean,
awesome.
shit, she was my girlfriend in ninth grade in junior high,
Wow.
right? And
High
so
school
since then, I
sweethearts.
mean, and I think it was that separation is what also helped us. But then again, it also hurt our family.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to to have that your work and your personal life balance, especially being, you know, once you start getting to like the platoon sergeant, first sergeant leadership position, you know, you got to spend more time in the office, uh, doing all that paperwork and training. And I mean,
Mhm.
I was only staff sergeant, but it was hard. And like sometimes I went home at 7, trying to finish training for I don't know 2 3 weeks ahead of
Yeah,
us. Uh, I can't imagine, you know, and at your level as a first sergeant, like all those meetings, you know, prepping all the training, making sure all the platoon sergeants have the P's and have to deliver it to the CO, talk to the CSM, and you know, you're just trying to be everywhere but home. It was, I mean, me as a just a staff sergeant was like, dude, like how the fuck do they do it? And
yeah,
at that point, I was already by myself, so I didn't feel less bad because you
yeah,
know I was alone. So whenever I got home, I was like, whatever, I'm here, sure. Um, but you
yeah,
know, when I was still with my ex-wife, I was like going home at 6, and she would be mad. I like why? I like had to finish something like they didn't let us go or something, you know.
mhm.
So you know what they say, to become a sergeant major, you need at least 2 divorces beforehand.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Like,
right.
um,
All right, for some. So you mentioned you did 23 years in the army. What do you miss the most? You know, just being a first sergeant, platoon sergeant. What's the most rewarding job you had or position?
I think the most rewarding is as a first one because of the impact that you were able to make on the soldiers, either personal life or professional. You know, you were able to um, help these kids mold, mold them,
Right,
and I love that. I not miss that. I miss the I guess you could say the impact or the help that you were able to give those kids, to better themselves.
right, right.
I miss that. I really do miss that.
And I can attest that you were one of the few NCOs that made a huge impact for uh, on the positive side. I mean, there's a lot of NCOs that made impact on the negative side, but you are one of the few that actually motivated me to keep on going. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I was gonna do my 3 years, and I said, you know what, this is not what I thought the army was. Like,
Yeah,
like if leadership is this way everywhere else, like fuck no, I don't want to fucking do it. But then you came into the picture and you clearly said, Junior, this is not the army. We are the only unit here, so nobody fucking oversees anything. Give it another chance, and you'll truly find out what the army is all about. So I did
right,
it, and I stayed 11 years
right. Yeah,
thanks to you. I mean, I wanted to do the 20, but other circumstances arise, so I had
yeah,
to leave against my will. But you know, it is what it is. You were one of the main reasons why I stayed. You know, all your advices. I mean, I still call you for advice nowadays. You know, I consider you my mentor. I consider you a friend. Um, you know, not I don't have many friends. Can use one hand to count them.
yeah. Me
And
too, brother. Only in one hand. Yeah, but you see, that's what drove me. It's the ability to help people, the ability to help soldiers. Either way, on the personal lives or as a professional soldier. That's what drove me. That's why I liked doing what I did.
right now, all your experiences in the army, how does that help you, or it's been helping you in the civilian side?
I think it's a double-edged sword because as a soldier and stuff, and as a leader, I knew what's right, what was right. I knew what was wrong, right?
Hmm.
And I've always spoken my mind. Even as a fucking private, I always spoke my mind. I didn't give a fuck about your rank or anything. If it was wrong, it was wrong. I always spoke my mind. And so as I grew up in the ranks, obviously you have a little bit more authority, right?
Right.
You can make more impacts, more changes. And so I was able to change shit and they able to call it like it is. You know, if it was stupid, it's stupid. And I will let you know it was fucking stupid, right? But as far as in the civilian world, their thought process is totally different.
Right.
Their thought process and the way they see, the way they speak, the way they receive information is totally different. So it's like a double-edged sword in the civilian world
Yeah.
because their
Yeah.
feelings get hurt. You know,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, their feelings get hurt. Even if I use, I guess, appropriate words without cursing, they still get butthurt. So
Yeah.
did it help me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because currently right now, because of how I was raised and how I've been, that I've called out leaders and continue to call out fucking leaders to this day. I feel like it's kind of also hurt my career, right?
I see.
Because I get seen as the bad person. I get seen as the guy that doesn't want to play, doesn't want to be a team player because I don't want to be an ass kisser.
Right.
Because I
You
tell you, no, that fucking stupid, that's stupid. Why are we gonna do that?
right.
You know? So I don't know.
No, I
I
completely
don't
agree
know. It's
with
hard
you.
to say. You know?
No, I completely agree with you. I mean, I had one job in the civil now that I'm out, and it was frustrating. Um, I mean, I met people that would call in maybe twice a week, and I'm like, dude, like seriously, I would show up sick,
Yeah.
hangover, still being there, being productive, but then other people would get paid, and they would show up late, call in, uh, just call in all together. I'm like, dude, like, why am I stressing? Why am I putting this much effort? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was one of those things like until I decided, you know what, I can fucking do this. Because then I went to my supervisor and I would tell him like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, and like, they can. I like, oh, seriously, that's your answer? They can? I like, yep. I like, okay, I guess, since I can, I quit. And like, no,
Yes.
but why? Like, I already told you why. Like, I ain't playing this game. Like, I'm done.
Yeah. It's frustrating, huh?
It is
Very
so
frustrating.
frustrating, so
Yeah, their
frustrating.
mindset. Their mindset is like, oh my God. Like, dude. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, shit. I mean, it is, one of those things that we have to endure, I guess. Uh,
Yeah, I guess me personally, I'm not gonna accept it, but I'm gonna figure out which way to continue to deal with it. But I'm never gonna accept it.
right.
Fuck no. When people say, "Well, you gotta accept it," that's the way the world is. It's not. Fuck no.
No,
Hell no.
it
I'm not
shouldn't
gonna
be.
accept it. Yeah,
It
yeah.
shouldn't be.
I'm still gonna tell you if it's stupid, it's stupid.
Yep,
Yeah, no
absolutely.
matter what rank you have on, no matter what position you hold, if it's fucking stupid, it's stupid. You know.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. So I guess your transition into the civilian side now, uh, has it been rough? Was it rough at the beginning, knowing or speaking your
Yes,
mind?
yes, it was really even to this day, brother. Because um, as you go in the army, you're structured. You know exactly what to do, what you're gonna do today,
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and so on and so on. You're structured, right? And You always know where to go when you have an issue. Oh, I'll go here to fix the problem, right? When you get to a leadership level, you become the answer. You become the fucking, I guess, the fucking Google for all these soldiers, right? To figure
Yep.
out the fucking answers, right? So, being that I was the one that everybody came with issues for solutions, right? Coming out, right? I was stuck. I was like, so now what? Where do I go? I used to be the one that people came to with issues.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm the one with issues. Who the fuck do I go to?
Right.
Where do I go? That was so frustrating. That was so fucking
It
frustrating.
sounds frustrating,
Uh,
having always the answer.
yes. And then becoming the person that needed somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That fucked me up here. I'm a brain. It fucked me up. It fucked me up. It's frustrating, especially you see it in on TV and social media that we have this programs and that program and this program for soldiers transitioning and everything. The fucking transition gave me a bad taste in my mouth. There was a program, like troop to teachers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I signed up and everything to get all information, and I was receiving information on email and stuff, and I was reading. But then when I would call to be able to communicate with the sponsor guy at the center, never,
Wow.
we never answer and everything. And to me, the way I see those, yeah, it looks fucking awesome. It looks awesome. But when it comes time to use it,
No one's there to answer.
it's like these motherfuckers are just there to get a paycheck,
Yep.
and that's it. And I was so fucking frustrated. So everything transitioning, everything that I did was because um, either friends or coworkers, right? Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Hey, do. Oh shit. Okay, let me go. Let me go. But none of those programs, they fucking suck ass. It's just for somebody to have to. Hey, look, we take care of soldiers.
Right,
I
right.
fucking ass.
No, I
You know.
completely agree. Yeah, when I was
Uh,
transitioning out, I saw it myself. You have a lot of appointments, and all they do is see. I mean, they give you a whole like an hour PowerPoint presentation, and then at the end of the day,
yeah.
like if you want to sign up, call this number, and like you
Yep.
mentioned, you call the number,
Nothing.
and nothing, or at the most, it's like, yeah, we'll send you an email with the information,
Yep.
and you never got that email. It's
Yep.
like it's pointless, it's useless, it's a waste of money. And
Yes.
in the end, I think instead of getting out with the little more tools in our tool bag, we leave some behind.
A
So
lot.
so as to help other soldiers transitioning out.
Yes. Yes. And that's
But
what I do. Like right now, because I'm still working at Fort Carson, right? So as I hear people getting out and stuff like that, I try to, hey, do this, hey, do that, do this, do that, do this. I tried, to help them out, give them something that I didn't get when I
right.
was, Now that, now imagine, I was retiring. That means I was gonna get a paycheck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine someone like yourself, right, that is not gonna get a retirement pay, that is just gonna get out.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the fucking frustration. Oh shit, what the hell am I gonna do?
I know.
I got no money coming in. So what the fuck am I gonna do?
Yep.
Right? And those systems supposedly in place to help us,
They don't
man,
work at
they're a
all.
fucking joke.
Yep. They don't work at all. I mean, I knew one or two guys that got out with a job lined up, and that was because someone in their family knew someone in
Yep,
that position.
yep, yep,
And
yes.
that's it. Everyone else, he was like, dude, what the
Out
fuck
on
am
your
I
own,
supposed to do?
motherfucker. Figure it out. Yep.
Damn.
Yes. Yes. Imagine if they didn't have that mentality like us. Fuck it, let's go get it. Let's go try. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's go do. Imagine if a young soldier does not have that mentality, that never grew up thinking that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's why these fuckers are lost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they come from a world that they know exactly what they're gonna do every day, every hour, every month, to a world that like you're on your own. Figure it out.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah,
Now
it's
what?
it's
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard
it's
transitioning,
hard. Yeah,
but
yeah,
I guess we have to go through that to get that one paper.
yes,
If you don't
yes.
go, it's like a no show. You don't get that DD 214, and you're
Yep,
still fucked.
you're screwed. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Top. Once again, good morning. Sorry about what happened last time with this new baby. Things get a little out of hand. It's my first baby. We already talked about it. Cherish these moments as something that tying it back to the army. Sometimes what I can remember, a lot of my buddies, probably a lot of your buddies, didn't get the chance to spend that much time with their kids, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned that being in the army, um, it created a gap between you and your eldest, but
Yeah.
brought you and your wife close together. Um, so I believe that if I was still in, I wouldn't have these opportunities to stay up all night like I just did, and then stay here at home with her. If it was in the army, stay up all night and then 6, let's go to PT, and then until you came back home. But
Yeah, brother. It, at the time when you're in, you're not thinking about it because you're like, hey, I got a job. Hey,
right,
it's what provides for all of you guys. So hey, I gotta go. You
uh,
know,
yeah,
it's
and I mean,
it
now that I'm
sucks.
living it, it's frustrating because I don't get to sleep as much. But at the same time, is I look what I did. This is my
Yes,
creation. I get
yes,
to enjoy it.
yes, 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 yes. And to me, there's nothing bigger. There's nothing more fulfilling than that. You know, you got a
Yeah,
little one that you have a
I
little one that is depending on you. It's
I
scary
know.
to
So
think that,
scary. Oh, I was
but
shooting
it's
bricks.
awesome.
Yeah, I
It's
was so
freaking awesome.
scared when she was born and I heard her first cries. I was like, "Oh my God, what is this?" Like everything just switched
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
and I was like, "Wow, this is something else." And I'm
It's a
glad
good
I get to,
feeling.
yeah, I'm glad I get to experience it in the civilian side. 'Cause like I
Yeah,
mentioned, a lot of people we were deployed. They didn't get the chance to come back on time to see their kids being born, or maybe they didn't get to see them until like 4 or 5 months after the fact.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's something else. I recommend it.
Yes.
But yeah, well, going back to our conversation top. The last time we talked, we were talking about transitioning. How different it is once you transition now, because when you're in the army at your level, like you were the Google of the company. If
Mhm.
anyone had a question, uh, an issue, anything, you had the answer. Now you being the employee, now you have to go ask. um, Now, how is there anything you would recommend to people transitioning, either ETSing because they don't want to be in the army anymore, or people retiring?
I think the biggest thing um is humble yourself, because a lot of us when we either ETS or retire or whatever, we come out with this mentality, well, I should have this type of job or this type of payment because I did A, B, and C, and my rank is this, so I should be. It's like, nah. you're gonna have a lot of heartbreak. Your little heart is gonna pop. Your feelings are gonna get hurt,
Yeah.
right? And you're gonna get frustrated. You're you're gonna want to like just fuck, duck your decision of getting out or retired, because you put yourself at certain level, right?
Right.
I should
Right.
have this, I should have that, I accomplished this, I have all these awards, right? But in reality, if we think about it, I don't blame the civilian world, because I used to before, but when as time went through, I was like, man, it's like it made me realize is that yeah, you got people that don't care, right? You got
Mm-hmm.
some, but not all of them. It's just that the civilian world does not know what it takes to get AAM, does not know what it takes to like our good conduct medal. What does that mean,
Right.
right?
Right.
3 years of good conduct without getting in trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the civilians don't know that, right? What about your Bronze Star? But okay, it's an award. That's all they
Right.
see, but they don't
Mm-hmm.
know, right? What does it mean to be a squad leader or a team leader? What do they do? They have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
No idea of all that you take care of, not just the job, right? You're also worried about their personal lives, right? Right? If they're
Yeah.
married, okay, are they doing their job? Are they paying the bills? Are they all that affects what it is
Yeah.
to be a soldier? Or for us, for him to be 100% focused on our job, right?
Yeah.
That is also our responsibility that people don't know. The civilians don't know, so they look at you as it's just a regular guy from coming from the streets here,
Right.
right?
No, absolutely. And I had that issue when I first transitioned out. So I was working for Spectrum. I only worked there for about a year. I was in the customer service on the billing department, and there was a lot of stuff that supervisors did, or the team leaders did, and I was like, no, that's not how you do it. But then again, I was used to being the supervisor. I was
Yeah,
being used to the team leader. I'm like, no, that's not how you do stuff. Like, you don't pat them in the back like, oh, good job, you're answering calls. Like, no, they're doing their job. They're they're patting the
yeah,
back is their paycheck every 2 weeks.
yeah,
But then, like you said, at some point, we have to realize that to them we're nothing. Like, whatever we did, that stayed in the bag. Like,
yeah,
they're in the army. Out here, like you said, that AAM, it means nothing. Even the Bronze Star, like, only
yeah.
people that were in the service. Because I met a couple veterans there. Uh, one of them had a Bronze Star, and I respected him. Like, what do you do? He's like, oh, I was in the Navy. He was like some submarine type of shit.
Yeah.
And I like, oh, no, no way. Like, that's awesome. But
Yeah, right?
people. So every time we talked, we were smoking at the smoking pit,
Yeah.
and people that were there smoking as well, they were just looking at us like, why are these guys so
What
excited about it?
yeah.
Like, a Bronze Star? Like, why? Like, they would just look at us like we're crazy. Like,
Yeah. It's
but
like they don't understand you. They it's like you at times you feel like you're fighting to be able to fit in,
mm-hmm.
because you're misunderstood. They look at you and they think, oh, you're just an asshole. No, we just, if it's stupid, like I said earlier, if it's stupid, it's stupid, and we're going to call it out. We're not going to
Yeah,
stay quiet, right? But to the civilian world, you look like, oh, a disgruntled employee. No,
absolutely.
motherfucker, just do your job,
Yeah.
right? But that's the mentality we have in comparison to them, that it makes it hard for us, because we have this mindset of, you have a job, just fucking do your job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just shut the fuck up and do your job. If you're lazy, shit, it's worse than not doing your job for me. If
Oh,
a
and yeah.
motherfucker's lazy, I hate that shit. It gets me so fucking mad. But then again, it's like, None of these fuckers will ever be at our level.
Right.
And our thing
Completely
is
agree.
that we always expect them to be at our level, but they will
Hmm.
never be. And that's what gets us so fucking mad.
Absolutely. And I had to
You
get to their
know?
level. Like, if they're doing the minimum and they're still getting paid, I'm like, why should I, go above and beyond? So I
Yeah.
started having that mentality. But at the end of the day, I was like, no, I can't fucking do this. Like, nope, I can't. Um,
Yeah.
and like you said, once we start saying, "Oh, you're stupid for doing this," they're like, "Oh, you're an asshole." I'm like, no, it's not that I'm an asshole. I'm just telling you the truth.
Yes.
People don't like the truth. They
Yes.
rather have a beautiful lie than the ugly truth. So that's another
Yes.
thing that I don't know. It's now I'm getting better at being a civilian, but at the same time, I just look at them like, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna keep moving on.
Yes. It's
No,
frustrating, right? It's
so
really
frustrating.
frustrating. And then now imagine those that come out with this chip on the shoulder of, hey, you guys owe me because I served our country, right? So you owe me this, you owe me that, I did
Mm-hmm.
this, I did that, so you owe me this. With that mindset, man, you're screwed. You have that
Yeah.
mindset, you're screwed. Mindset of, oh, I gotta start here. So now, motherfucker, you got to start at the bottom, move your way up. You
Yeah.
know, it's like it doesn't work that way. That's the real world.
Mm-hmm.
You don't start
Yeah.
at the top. You don't. But a lot of
Yeah.
people have a hard time doing that. You know.
And now I understand some people that have been working at the same place for 20, 30 years and, they're making money now. But then they tell you every day, like, oh, this job sucks, blah, blah, blah. And then you tell them why. Like, why don't you get another job? Like, uh, just go look for something else. Like, you have the experience, you have
Yeah.
all the papers that you need. And it all comes down to, if I go somewhere else, I'm gonna start from the bottom again. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter that I have experience. I'm not gonna get paid the same, um, which sucks. As far as the army goes, we have to move every 3, 4 years to a different unit so we can keep progressing. But
Yeah.
we bring all that experience with us, and once we leave the militaries, like you said, I had that same mindset. Like, since I served, I should start getting paid at, I don't know, $20 an hour,
Yeah.
because that's about how much I was making. So that's my starting pay. But then I
Yeah.
realized, like, that's not how it works, because the skill sets that I needed for the jobs that I wanted, they weren't there. So that's another thing. Getting an education while you're in the army, we need to take advantage of it. And you always said it. You always told us, use your fucking TA, use your TA. Well, I give you the time. Um, I think, to my understanding, the only people that actually get an education are the drill sergeants, even though they don't have the time. They still get that bachelor's or the master's,
Yeah.
rather than, I mean, I saw it in my other units. Um, Only 1 out of 10 guys like, hey, can I go to college? I'm like, yeah, sure. But then they couldn't finish it because 2, 3 weeks out of the field, and then come back, and then 1 week of recovery. And um I don't know, I think this transitioning, the system that they have, it should be a more comprehensive, like, just whatever you need, so we can
Yeah.
get
I, I
set
I
up.
think I think it boils down to also the instructor himself or her, right? Like when you're in. Um, I always tell the kids like now, they come by, I always tell them, why can't you do one class a semester? Just one. Just try one. You're in the fucking army for 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So just one a semester. One in the fall, one in the spring, whatever, one in the summer. Just one. That's 3 classes a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, You stay on fucking TikTok for hours.
Oh yeah.
You stay on social media for fucking hours. So why can't you do it for school for just one class,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I think us growing up as we came up through the ranks, we didn't have that, right? We didn't have that thought process, education, right? Because hey, this is not forever. We didn't have that. And so when I became, it's like, nah, I got to get these motherfuckers to study. Go to school. Go to school. You know, I kicked myself in the ass because I worry so much about all of you guys that I didn't do it
Yeah, you did.
myself. You know, I kicked
Yeah.
myself in the ass. Fuck, it took me, I don't know how many fucking years to get my bachelor's, but I finally got it, right? But I wish we were more like enforcing school to all of you guys. School,
Yeah.
one a semester, one a semester. I don't give a fuck. Just one per semester. Go. You know, because it would have helped us so much
Oh
getting
yeah,
out.
absolutely. A lot, a lot. Especially for those guys. Like I don't know. I feel like, uh, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like infantry and us engineers, I don't know, maybe tankers. Like I think we serve more in the law enforcement sector because I don't know how hard it was for you to get a job. Now that I have my bachelor's, I'm looking for a job in that cybersecurity or networking. It's so hard because I don't have the experience. So, and that's what I tell my wife. Like everything that I know, it's army. That's all I
Army
know.
stuff.
All
Yeah.
my experience is army. And then she's like, "Well, why don't you become a cop?" I'm like, because I don't want to be a cop. I don't like cops. Not that
Mm,
I don't respect them. I just don't like them. Some like I'm gonna touch a little subject here, but just because of one cop that does something wrong, we think everyone is the same. And I had a bad experience with one, and that's why I don't like them. So I do respect them. Like if they tell me to do this, I'll do it. You know.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I tell her like I don't want to be a cop. So do you think that's the only thing that we can do?
Yes. Because when you look at our jobs, our MOSs, right? In
Mm-hmm.
the civilian world, where can we go to blow shit up?
Right.
Right? The only place that we can go to firearms
Mm-hmm.
the motherfucking the police for. Anything that has to do with the police, anything that has to do with the law, anything that has to do with security, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's all it correlates for
Yeah.
us, you know. But and that's why I was like, man, fuck. I wish. You know, I would have taken
Yeah.
advantage. Maybe it wouldn't have taken me this long to achieve what I have now, right? Because I think I retired at 2016. And then I think I went through 4 jobs before landing this one, right?
Wow.
But it was my boss, Miss Laura. She was the one that's like, Ed, you got to get a degree. You have to get a degree. She pushed me, and
Mm-hmm.
boom, she was the one. It's like you have to get a degree. I understand you did all this,
Right.
right? But I don't understand it, and I'm the one that is tiring you.
Yeah. Yeah. I had
And
a
she's
hard
like,
time.
but if you give me this, oh shit, I understand.
Yep.
Sure enough.
I mean, just trying to literally translate your experience in the army to the civilian side it's a job itself.
Yeah.
Like what do you call a squad leader? That's when I was like,
Yep.
okay. So a supervisor, like okay, supervisor. What do you call a platoon sergeant?
Yeah.
Is that a manager? And they're like, oh wait, isn't a manager like above, like first sergeant?
I think it's supervisor and a
Yes.
manager and then supervisor. Yeah. Those are the things that we can't, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that I wish I knew their language, right? But as I was in, it's like, ah, fuck, it makes sense. Okay. started changing stuff, started changing,
Mm-hmm.
what it meant. Not only that, but the way we speak. The way we speak to
Yeah.
the civilians, they don't understand us. Geez, it's another thing that is frustrating. And the only job I can tell you right now, the only job that made me feel like I was I was doing the right thing, or I felt like I fit in. It
Mm-hmm.
was when I was the Denver sheriff,
Okay.
law enforcement.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only thing that correlates us is fucking anything with law enforcement. Nothing more than that. Yes.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the way things are now with, you know, the hate for the law enforcement, that's another thing that kind of stops me. I mean, just deploying. We didn't know we were coming back. But
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was, for a period of time, like a year, 9 months, however long it was that deployment. But having that thought in the back of your head every day, every time you go to work, I don't think I would be able to do that either. So
Yeah.
it's tough for our MOS. Now, that being said, will you do it again? Will you be
Fuck yeah, I would.
a
I wouldn't change
Fox
it.
and a Bravo and
Yep.
everything? Yeah?
I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it because of the experience. Not only the experience, the people that I got to know. It's the people. It's about the people and the experiences that I had. Brother, I went all over the world. Thailand, Vietnam,
Nice,
Laos, Fiji, Vanuatu. I went all over the world.
nice, nice.
Romania, Kosovo, all those. Nobody, fuck, some people don't even know how to spell those countries.
I mean, I know people they haven't even left. So I live South Texas. I know people they haven't go past San Antonio, which is 4 hours
Yes,
away.
yes. Brother,
And
I lived in Germany for almost 7 years. Germany.
nice,
I was there twice. I mean,
nice.
like, yes, the army is a good place. The army is not bad. When we talk about bad things, we're talking about bad people. And you
Mhm.
have that everywhere you go, whether you
Absolutely.
work in Google or Walmart or wherever. You're always going to have those shitty ass fucking leaders, shitty ass people,
Oh, I completely
you
agree.
know? The only difference between the army and a regular job, the army, oh, they ask of you, fuck, everything. And the
Yeah.
most important thing, time away from your family. You
You know what?
sacrifice that.
You know what? That's
But
one
but for anything that you do in life, you have to sacrifice something to get something. Nothing is
exactly.
fucking free.
Yep.
So what is it? What do you want? That is you. Me, I will never change it. If I go back, I'll do it again. Again and again and again and again. Because of the fucking army,
Mm-hmm.
I live the way I live. I am fortunate. I am very, very, very fortunate that I am retired. I have all this pay that has not been touched when 90% of America right now is struggling.
I know.
This
I
shutdown is
yeah, you're being
struggling, right?
affected, right?
Yes. But because of my choices and my
Mm-hmm.
sacrifices, my kids and I are doing okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're not
Yeah,
struggling. We are okay. We're not rich, but guess what? We're okay. We're happy. We're healthy. We're together. You
absolutely.
know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, top. I really appreciate, this entire weekend.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking away from your time, from your family. Uh, I wish, we could have done this in one sitting, but, uh, you know, baby calls and, like you
No,
said,
brother.
family first. So
Yes.
I really appreciate your time. Hopefully, in the near future, I can bring you back on screen so we can continue and talk about other stuff. Maybe not as light as it was this time. Um, but you're right. I would do it again myself.
Yeah.
got to meet a lot of great NCOs. Uh, I met a lot of bad NCOs, but all those experiences, that's what counts in the end. And,
Yeah.
you know, people like you made me the person that I am. I mean, I already had some type of pillar already behind me. That was my dad and my mom.
Mhm.
Uh, but once you came into my life, I like that this isn't too bad. So I really appreciate your time. Since we met, um, you know, hopefully some of the new engineers that join the ranks get to see this video, so they know they can hear from yourself with 23 years of experience. And I only got 11, but life is not easy. And
Yep.
you know we all sacrifice, like you mentioned. If you want one thing or the other, you have to sacrifice one, something in the
Yeah.
middle. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any last words for us, Top.
Well, it's just I think if there's young fucking sappers out there that look at this, uh, in order for you to be successful in the army, is be like this guy right here. He's probably one of my best soldiers that I had in my whole 23 years. He was my driver,
Appreciate it.
but the thing was is that is discipline. And what I liked the most of him as not only my driver but as a soldier and stuff like that is that he kept it real. You kept it real. Even though we were both in different levels in the army, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still weren't afraid of saying the truth. If it's stupid, it's stupid, right?
Right, right.
But that's what I liked. That's what clinched me to you.
I
That's
appreciate
why
it, Top.
I always did whatever I could. I don't know if it's bias or whatever, but to me, it's like you better not touch this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I know.
And that's what it's because of who you are. You're true. You
I
know,
appreciate it,
you're
Top.
true. Your discipline, right? Your respect is what drove me to just fucking take care of you and mold you and do whatever I could to progress you to, hey, look at this way. Look at it this way. It's not always negative.
Right,
It's
right.
not always negative. It's not always bad. And that was my goal was to change your mind for you to take over my spot. That was my ultimate fucking goal is for you to be in my seat. One day for you to be in my seat. You know what I
That
mean?
was the goal. That was the goal. Unfortunately, some other events occurred, so I had to
Yeah.
to leave.
It's
But yeah,
it's all
that
right.
was
It's all right. But you were in the right path. You had the right mindset. And I think for all these young fucking engineers, if you stay disciplined, if you keep respect and discipline as your pillar, you'll go fucking far. There's gonna be people that are gonna want to take care of you. There's gonna be people that are gonna say, no, let's mold this motherfucker, bring him in. Bring
right.
him in, make him an NCO. We need that type of leadership, right?
Yeah,
And that
and
was me with
that's
you.
yeah, that's something that I learned with you. You didn't say it directly, but I noticed that, and
Yes.
and that's what I tried to do with some of my guys. Uh, there was one platoon sergeant did tell me that, like, hey, dude, I think you're being a little biased with everyone else. I know what you're doing, but you need to be a little more uh, mindful of when you're doing it. So, like
I
you
think
said,
it was
yeah.
Miramontes that's like, hey, that motherfucker playing around, Hey, that motherfucker's coming back to the line. One of these days.
I wouldn't mind. I didn't mind the line, honestly. There is
God, I know
one.
it was fun because you were with your buddy, your battle buddies. When you were with me, it was just you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The only time you got to go back is when mission was over. Then you
Right.
got to go back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. And I understand what you said about that platoon, son, because I think it was Miramontes. Boss, hey, you got all these over here.
Ah, mira,
But it
Montes.
was it wasn't just because it wasn't. I don't know. For me, it was like I want to focus on this motherfucker to get be in my seat.
Right. And
Show
I
him,
really
show him, show him,
appreciate it.
show him. Not be discouraged. You know, it's like no. Stay focused, stay focused. You could do it. You could do it. I knew you could. I knew it. But I just like at that time you had that mindset of fuck this motherfuckers, fuck this stupid motherfuckers. You know.
I mean, we
But
had some
I was like,
NCOs that,
shit.
yeah, we had some NCOs that they really broke my spirit. Like, dude, like, I don't want to do this
Yeah.
4 more years. Like, no, I'm done. And like you
Yes.
said, I don't like kissing ass. And I told you more than once, like, hey,
Yeah.
Top, nope. You know, if I'm getting something, I'm getting it because I deserve to get it, not because you're giving
Yep.
it to me.
Yep.
Like, nope.
Yeah. And that's when I was telling you, hey, you going to the fucking board. I remember.
Yeah.
That's when I told you, hey, you're going to the fucking board. Hey, wait a minute. Let me earn it. I said, all right. And I respected that. I said, nope.
Yeah.
Like he's going whenever you send him, not because I'm sending him.
And
I
I really
remember that.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Everything that you taught me, is still there. And
Fuck yeah, brother. Hey, and next time if we do this again, let's make it a go. That we do it face to face, not over fucking video.
oh, nice. Let's plan it then.
Yes.
All right, Top. Well, I really appreciate your time once again. And just to close this up, thank you guys for watching Blown Bridges. Next time we'll have someone else, probably one of my buddies, Squirrel, and I just need for him to stop being sick. All right, Top. Well, I
All
really
right, brother.
appreciate it. Have a good day and say hello to the family.
Yeah, same to you, brother. Blessings,
All
especially
right.
that little one. Hey,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
All right, brother.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
bye. Bye.
Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And every time I talk to someone like First Sergeant Reese, I'm reminded that leadership isn't about the rank; it's about the legacy, the lessons, the stories, and the standard they set carry on in every engineer that follows. That's what an SION is all about. We try, we build, and we lead. Thank you for once again. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to Blown Bridges, where the 12 series share their stories one blast at a time. If you like what you heard, share it with a fellow engineer, a vet, or anyone who understands the motto, SIO. Follow the show on Spotify, YouTube, and everywhere you listen to podcasts. Until next time, wherever there's an obstacle, engineers will find a way. Sappers lead the way.